Good day, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be treating an important topic. Yes, the neuroscience of wealth. Your brain growth blueprint. I want us to imagine having a secret advantage in pursuit of wealth. That benefit that lives inside our head. This isn't about hustle culture that we are used to, grinding into burnout, no, or chasing the latest financial hack. It is about optimizing the incredible machine between your two ears. What is this machine am I talking about? The machine is your brain. Yes, your brain is that incredible machine between your two ears. Yes, you optimize it for abundance. So today we are going to explore the neuroscience of wealth, how your neuronal circuits, chemicals, and subconscious programming influences every financial decision you make. So today you will know that thing that is prompting you to make that financial decision. Yes. So today you will know it. From fear-driven scarcity to dopamine-fueled motivation, we will uncover your brain's growth blueprint. Yes, that dopamine that I mentioned is part of your brain. It's part of it. So we will dive into this and explain everything about it. Don't mind the medical terminologies that I use because I'm going to be explaining it as time goes on. Yes, but I'm going to promise you one thing. If you stay to the end of this video, you're not going to regret it because many things are being packed. Once you cut this video, you will miss out many important things. But if you stay to the end of this video, I'm promising you that you will see money differently and you will come to understand more about money and how to approach success in a different way. And I will give you the reason why you will rewire your brain for abundance. I want to ask a question. Have you ever wondered why your brain is rewired for scarcity? What do I mean? Your brain is being wired for scarcity. The amygdala part of brain, which is called the brain fear zone, yes, is the one responsible for all this fear. Your nervousness, you being anxious, being scared of anything you do, being scared of taking bold steps in your life, even being scared of rewiring your brain for abundance. And it's being designed naturally to dictate threats. You know, God did a wonderful work in this our brain. That is why I said everything about you, your whole being, any decision you take, everything that you do in this life is being coordinated here. Brain is the one responsible for that and is the one controlling everything that you do. So this part of brain is being designed to dictate threats. And many years ago, like 1,000 years ago, the people that lived that time, they depend on survival. Yes. So they have already rewired their brain to spot survival. How will I survive? Thinking about the food they eat, how will they build house to have a shelter over their head, how they get money to buy clothes they wear, their food. That is the basic necessity of life. That is what they are thinking about. Nothing beyond that. Nowadays, we have gone past that level. And there's another part of brain that is gingering this one, that is prompting amygdala to make this decision. What am I talking about? I'm talking about limbic system. Limbic system is that part of brain that reinforces fear-based thinking. It's the one that reinforces the fear-based thinking in you, that make you to hold tight. You don't want to take risk. My dear, everything is being coordinated in your brain. It's this limbic system that is reinforcing this fear in you, that is prompting this amygdala, which is the fear center of your brain, to think, always thinking negatively. You have never in your life think about positive outcome. You always get scared of taking a bold step, even rewiring your brain for abundance, even taking some risk that will benefit you in future. This is the part of brain, limbic system and the amygdala, that are the ones that are responsible for that. So we should know everything that is happening in our lives so that we will know how to navigate from it. These days, we no longer think about the basic necessity we want in life, like food, shelter, and so on. We are now thinking about how to create generational wealth, how to help others come out of their poverty, how to better our lives, what to do to live comfortably. By creating, thinking out of box, you can see that is what give birth to all this technology of today, AI, thinking about manufacturing vehicles, that is electric cars. We are now talking about building hydro automobiles, talking about developing apps that will help us better our lives. Yes, from thinking about the basic necessity of life, now we are not now thinking beyond that. Yes. And what is still holding us back? I can tell you that what is still holding majority of people back is this fear, is the scarcity mindset that is keeping us back. It's very good though, because it sometimes keep us safe. It's been built to safeguard what we do. Yes, but we should not allow it to be a hindrance to many opportunities that we supposed to have in life. No, we shouldn't allow it. We have neuroplasticity. That is the brain superpower. And from this neuroplasticity, we will be talking about the part of brain called prefrontal cortex. Yes, we have those ones that will make us to be afraid, caution you not to make mistake in your life. But we should not allow that fear to engulf us, because God also built a wonderful part of brain called prefrontal cortex. We call it CEO of brain. Yes, because it's the part of brain that can override fear. Yes, it will override that fear signaling from the amygdala, from the limbic system. It's going to override it. But the only problem we have is that this part of brain doesn't act quickly as amygdala and the limbic system act. Those ones act more quickly. Yes, but this particular one is the one that will act after those ones have started manifesting. So this prefrontal cortex is the one that is going to override this fear. Thank God for this neuroplasticity, because it's the one that will help us to caution this overwhelming fear brought about by amygdala. This neuroplasticity is the one that help the repeated thoughts form new neuronal pathway. That is when you have a repeated thought, it will now form new neuronal pathway. And the scarcity can literally be wired into abundance thinking. So when this neuroplasticity is now helping you to turn those repeated thoughts, yes, that is making you to be afraid, the prefrontal cortex will now come into play by forming neuronal pathway to bring you out of that fear zone. You can see that the brain is the one that coordinates everything that is going on in your life. And if you make that mistake of not understanding the way your brain works, you will always be stuck, be stagnant in one place, engulfed by that fear. You can't lift your hand to do anything extraordinary that others are doing to make money. Yes, so that is why I said, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to make generational wealth, I'm not talking about having your daily salary that we only feed you, help you to live comfortable, maybe buy a car, maybe get a clothes, pay for your house rent or buy a house. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about building generational wealth that your great-grandchildren will meet in their life. Yes, and they will never forget you. They will never forget you. So, we have to understand ourselves before we can be able to rewire our brain for abundance. Yes. So, the practical exercise that we will do in this journey of rewiring our brain is, and we want every one of us to get an exercise book. Yes. In that exercise book, I want you, when you get up early in the morning, after doing your yoga, saying your prayers and everything, sit down one place and write out your money fears. What are those your money fears? What are the fears you are having about money? Reframe each into empowering statements. After writing those your money fears, for example, if you are afraid that if I invest today, hey, oh God, if I invest this money, I will end up losing everything. You will now sit down by the side of that place that you write, I am always scared to invest or to save money because I am afraid that tomorrow I am going to lose everything. What you will do is that at the side of it, or you mark a stroke, then what you will write there is, you are going to reframe that phrase into, let me dive into this. Let me invest little part of this salary. And I will thank myself tomorrow because it's going to yield abundant wealth. It's going to accumulate and solve problem tomorrow. Then the third one is that you repeat daily. Over time, your hippocampus, once you keep on repeating it, no, I didn't tell you to start investing immediately. You have to rewire your brain. You have to reposition your brain from that fear. You have to come out of that fear first. By after writing it, every day you bring it out. Hey, I'm afraid though, if I invest now, I will lose everything. To, hey, let me take a bold step. Let me take courage and invest for better tomorrow. Yes, this thing I'm investing. I know that we cannot be thinking about, always thinking about negativity. Let me think about positivity for once. What of if I invest this money and tomorrow it yields times 10 of this money? Is it not going to solve many of my problems? Yes, you keep on repeating it each day, and then gradually, the part of your brain called hippocampus, yes, there is a part of brain we call hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. Yes, it's the memory center of the brain, the storage part of brain. Yes, it's going to be storing this your new behavior, this your new phrase is going to store it. And when you keep on saying that, giving yourself confidence that you can save little, start from saving little. Yes, start investing little by little. I don't tell you to get all your salary for the month and invest. No. Take part of that salary. Take out of it. Yes, you have to. I know it's painful because some people, their salary cannot solve their monthly problems. But there are some certain things you can cut down and save money from that. Invest every month. So when you begin to invest gradually, maybe out of your salary, you'll be investing $100 or €100 every month. You just keep on investing small, small. You will see that it will accumulate and it will build up to help you for tomorrow's challenge. Now, I'm going to treat about the dopamine dividends, which is the motivation and momentum, because you need to know all these things. It's part of brain. Yes, so this dopamine reward system in wealth, there is something called dopamine reward system in wealth. So this dopamine originates from ventral tegmental area and it targets the nuclear ambience, which is the part of striatum. All these things I'm saying is part of our brain. Its job is to reward you from progress. It is the part of brain that rewards you for progress, not just outcome. It will just reward you for progress. It will make you to feel happy. Yes, when you are progressing. This is the part of brain responsible for that. This is the reason why when you check your bank app, you feel good. The dopamine hits, but it will also be the reason why you shop recklessly. You buy something that you never thought you will, something that you did not need. Yes, for those that say that shopping is their hobby, this part of brain is responsible for that. It might be the reason why you eat excessively. You derive pleasure in eating. Yes, you spend everything you earn from eating, drinking, flexing life. This is the part of brain responsible for that. But thank God, we have neuroplasticity. We have part of brain like prefrontal cortex. We checkmate all this part of brain. If you are attuned to yourself, if you know what is happening to you, if you understand yourself better, that is when you will now know how to navigate through all these things that are happening within you. Because some people will tell you that, hey, I don't know what is happening to me. Each time they pay me salary, the next thing that will come to my brain is, hey, go. There is one brand that is now selling the latest clothes in town, the latest shoes, the latest bag. It's not that you don't have those bags. So you have the ones that will still be serving you for some period of time, but you want to purchase. Hey, there is iPhone 16 Pro Max now. Hey, they just launched it. Hey, let me go and buy it. But you don't need that iPhone because the phone you have is still serving you. But is this part of brain that is motivating that? Or you will just be scrolling through your phone. Hey, you see this shirt, hey, this vehicle. Hey, if I have this vehicle, I will become a big boy in town. Yes, all my colleagues, they will be worshiping me. I will be number one among them. You will now take all your savings and go and start depositing in that vehicle because you want to have it. It's not need, it is want. What is responsible for all this action is called dopamine. Yes, it will help you to feel good when you are spending, but it doesn't end with there. So, rewiring your dopamine for wealth. How do you rewire this dopamine for wealth? This is where we will get practical again. So, I want you to take all these practicals that I'm telling you, because we need to practicalize all these things in our lives to be able to achieve it. It's not, it can't end in saying, hey, I will rewire my brain. How do you do that? Do you know which part of brain that is responsible for those actions? So you need to know what part of brain that is responsible for whatever you do, so that you can be able to know how to rewire it. Yes, I would like you to take this practical step with me. You know, I told you that I wanted to give you a book that will be telling you how to rewire your brain. That is the practical book of it. No, on a second thought, I decided to incorporate it into this video so that it will help you to understand better what is really going on in your life. Yes, I want you to sit down, break down all the goals, write it down. Yes, each day you write down what you want to achieve today. All your goals in life, all the things you have said you want to accomplish. After writing it down, yes, I want you to be realistic. Set a goal that you can be able to achieve. Yes, I know that I told you to tax yourself, go beyond your normal self you used to know. But we should be realistic here. If you know that your salary, you earn $1,000 per week, and you are now thinking about, hey, you want to start earning $100,000 per week. You can see that it's not a realistic goal. After our daily hustle, we should sit down and think about what did we achieve today from that goal that you wrote down. Yes, in the morning before you went out, what you wanted to achieve today. Did I make attempt of achieving it? What have I achieved today? And it is the small goals you achieved that day. Sit down and celebrate it. Yes, I'm telling you, sit down and celebrate it. Yes, affirm it. Reinforce a joyful moment in your life. Yes, celebrate it. Tell yourself, well done. But tomorrow I will put more effort so that I will go beyond what I have already achieved today. Yes, you will set a new goal. Then you create a word ritual, because when you start appreciating yourself from the little things you achieve, you will see that your brain gradually will begin to accommodate this. You will time to appreciate yourself more. Yes, not only appreciating yourself more, be contented with whatever you are doing. And you will see that fear that amygdala and the limbic system are contributing in your life. It will fizzle out small. And you will have control of yourself. It will help you to have better control of yourself, of your being, of your actions. It will help you to think before you act. Yes, that impromptu actions that you take, impromptu decisions that you take, it will help you to you withdrawing small. If you see something, maybe you are scrolling on your phone, on the social media, you see one new iPhone, new gadgets, new Samsung that they just launched newly. You will now have better control of yourself to sit back and say, but I just bought phone 3 months ago and that phone has been serving me. It's not for it, nothing is wrong with the phone. And the memory is still serving me everything. So why should I go and buy this phone when I have an investment to make, when I have house rent to pay, when I have water bills to pay, when I have many things to do that are recurrent expenses to make? Even if you have already finished the expenses of that month, why can't you start saving small, small? Why can't you start investing that money small, small for better tomorrow? So this, when you begin to do all this practical, I mean, be sincere with yourself, do all this practical, you will see over time, it will become part of you. You will have a better things to do with your money. Yes, not after spending, you will now sit down and say, had it been I know, had I known, I wouldn't have bought that phone. And now I'm carrying 3 phones that I don't even need. So to avoid had I known, try and do all this exercise. Yes. So how do we overcome instant gratification? So I've already deal with how we can overcome all these impromptu actions that we normally take. Yes. So I've already told you that when you begin to do something like this, your hippocampus will now be storing such activities. It will be storing it. And when you are doing it every day, it will become part of you with time. Yes, it's not going to happen like magic. I'm not educating you on how to have instant wealth. No, it's a gradual process. Rewiring your brain is a gradual process because this is what you have lived with it, with this fear all through your life. Yes, so to come out of it, it will take gradual process. And for you to be sincere with yourself, you have to be sincere with yourself. I know why I'm mentioning this, I'm repeating this phrase. You have to be sincere with yourself because some people will say, I will rewire my brain. They will just say without having action. They will just mention it for mentioning sake. Yes, rewiring my brain. Hey, after they will just go back to their normal self. So that is why I said be truthful to yourself. And the what part of brain is responsible for this over time is orbitofrontal cortex. Orbitofrontal cortex. This part of brain evaluates short term. Yes, it will evaluate the short terms versus long-term reward. So it's going to be the one that will evaluate these short-term activities, behaviors that you have started cultivating and see it move to a long-term memory. You know, we have two types of memory. We have short-term memory, the one that you are now, hey, after hearing this, you will become enthusiasm. Yes, you want to dive into doing it immediately. But over time, it fizzles out because you did not take action. It's when you take action that all these things I'm talking about will work for you. If you did not take action, it's not going to work for you. I'm guaranteeing you that. So when you hear all these things that I'm talking about today, try and put it into actions and see how your life will turn for better. Yes. So is orbitofrontal cortex is the part of brain responsible for this. You know, I will be telling you which part of your brain that is responsible for that, so that any action you take, you will now remember, hey, is this part of my brain that is overpowering others? So, no, I have to recall back and control myself. It will help you to have self-control. So, rewiring your brain, your financial blueprint. How can you rewire your financial blueprint? Is through constant habit. Yes, you make all these steps that I'm telling you habitual, because when you repeat something over a period of time, it becomes part of you. I'm assuring you that. It's the part of brain that coordinates your behavior. Yes, by stacking small action, the part of brain that is responsible for all these things is being called basal ganglia. And that basal ganglia is the part of brain that we call autopilot center. By stacking small actions, automatic transfers, investment routine, trains your basal ganglia to make wealthy habits effortlessly. So, when you now cultivate that habit of investing, of thinking before you take any action, of drawing back, asking yourself several questions before you take action, knowing the reason why you do what you want to do. It's not after doing it. Oh. You will now ask yourself, what is the reason behind this? Why am I trying to buy this? Is it necessary? Is it a want or a need? And even if it's a need, needs have priority. Is it urgent? Is it urgently needed? All these things, you will have to rehearse them inside your brain before you take any action, before you make any decision about money. So when you keep on doing it over time, this basal ganglia will make this wealth habit and effortless actions now. So you won't even need to caution yourself. You won't even need to draw yourself back like that is, you won't even feel it anymore because you will be doing it involuntarily. Yes, because it has already entered into your subconsciousness. It has become part of your life. So you'll be doing it effortless. We have emotional triggers and the money. In these emotional triggers and money, the part of brain that is responsible for these emotional triggers and money is insula. Insula processes emotion like anxiety and guilt. It's the part of brain that after buying those things that you did not even need, is that part of brain that will put you into anxiety of buying it. And after buying it, it will now, the guilt will be there. Why did I do this? You will begin to blame yourself. So when you understand all these things, it will save you from making a rash decision. It will save you from making a mistake that you will regret in your whole life. It will save you from making a financial mistake. And it will save you from making bad financial decisions. It will. This insula processes emotion like anxiety and guilt, often driving emotional spending. Recognizing these signals, it will make you to recognize all these signals of emotional spending. That thing that is prompting you, buy this, buy this. Hey, they say that tomorrow this thing will not be this amount again. Let me buy it now. No. sleep over that. And after sleeping for 24 hours, go back to that site that you see those things and ask yourself, you will see that you will have a second thought about that. You might not even buy it anymore because you will discover that you don't even need it. Visualization and wealth identity. We have to learn the act of visualization and the wealth identity. The motor cortex and visual cortex light up during visualization, just as if the actions were real. This primes your brain for success. Because when you visualize things, when you have a second thought of something, when you look at something critically to know whether you really need this or not. So, is this part of brain that will help you to see all those unreal actions that you take. It will prime your brain for success because it will help you to realize that all those things that you term that they are important are not vital at all, are not essential. So it will make you to make an informed decision. Yes, to make a very good decision for yourself about your finance. And all these things will lead to financial freedom. Is going to lead to generational wealth cultivation. Over time, you will now gather all those money you have invested. Maybe they have multiplied, they have tripled. It will help you for a rainy day. Yes, because they say save for a rainy day. Is this part of brain that will help you. So you can see why I take my time to explain everything that is going on in your brain. Yes, so that whatever action you are taking, you'll be able to take a proper decision that will lead you into a wealthy person, cultivating generational wealth, into going beyond your normal self, your usual self, for better tomorrow. Isn't it fascinating? It is, right? Then, the future of neuro wealth. What are the future of neuro wealth? Yes, it's technology and brain training. You know, we have phone now. Most of us cannot do without our phone. You cannot even drop your phone for a second because we are always going through social media, thinking about what next, what is trending. The trending. In fact, I want to wear the trending clothes. I want to carry the trending bag. I want to be one of the happening guys by riding the trending vehicle. Yes, you need to train this your brain because we are not born with all this technology and everything. Yes, we are not born with that. Even if those people that are born these days, yes, they are born, but they have to caution their brain. They have to train their brain to utilize all this technology for abundance, for betterment of ourselves. Yes, to train your brain instead of you using all this technology to drain your pockets. You will now use this technology to grow generational wealth, to think out of box, to think about what will I produce? How will I save up and set up a company, whether small, yes, we will start from small and set up a company that tomorrow will be multi-million company, will yield generational wealth. Not only talking about, hey, once I have my meal, yes, my salary takes care of my meal, getting everything I needed, getting my laptop, wearing my clothes, buying a house, buying gadgets, because some people derive pleasure in buying gadgets, even if they need it or they don't need it. They always buy a latest gadget, the trending. Yes, I am a trending guy, I'm a happening guy, I'm a happening lady. I want to belong to a class. Please, forget about belonging to that class right now. Yes, train your brain to make good use of this technology, positive use of this technology, not negative use of it. Train your brain for abundance. Rewire your brain. Yes, rewire it for abundance. Yes, always meditate. Always think. Always take 10 minutes out of your time before you take any decision in your life, even if it's that thing is a do or die affair. Take 10 minutes, just time yourself. 10 minutes, reflect. Because that 10 minutes is all it takes for your prefrontal cortex, for your orbital frontal cortex to act, to reason. Is that 10 minutes? It takes only 10 minutes for them to decipher, for them to have a second rethink on those things that are prompting you to buy, to purchase those things, or those things that are exciting you to make an informed decision, to make a great decision that you will thank yourself for tomorrow. It will save you a huge deal of not blaming yourself, of not asking yourself why, of not asking you, of not saying, had I known. It's going to help you curtail all these impromptu actions. Yes, it's going to help you. So, I want to ask you a question today. Can you be wealthy